On Space Station 7, most humans stayed away from the scary alien warriors called the Cracks. These aliens were very tall, almost 3 times the size of a human, and had tough, scaly skin like lizards. They always wore big metal suits and were known for their fighting skills. But one human, Jenny Lee, was different from the rest. Jenny ran a small shop that fixed the Cracks' battle suits. She was the only human who wasn't afraid of them. While other humans whispered and ran away when they saw a Cracks warrior coming, Jenny would wave and smile. She treated them just like any other customer who needed help. One day, the biggest and strongest Cracks warrior, named Rock, came to her shop. His battle suit was broken and needed fixing. Jenny didn't shake or hide like others would. Instead, she looked up at the giant alien, smiled, and asked, "What can I fix for you today?" Rock was surprised. No human had ever talked to him so normally before. As Jenny fixed Rock's suit, she chatted with him about normal things, like how the space station's food wasn't very good and how she missed Earth's blue sky. Rock found himself talking back. He told her about his home planet and how different it was from Earth. He had never talked to a human like this before. Soon, Rock started coming to Jenny's shop even when his suit didn't need fixing. He would sit on a special strong chair Jenny made for him, and they would share stories. Jenny learned about Cracks culture, and Rock learned about Earth. Other aliens and humans couldn't believe what they were seeing. A tiny human and a giant Cracks warrior becoming friends. Their friendship was tested when bad aliens attacked the space station. These pirates had a weapon that could shut down the Cracks' battle suits. All the Cracks warriors were stuck, unable to move in their heavy suits. But because Jenny knew so much about how the suits worked, she knew how to fix them. Jenny and Rock worked together during the attack. She quickly fixed his suit, and then he protected her while she helped other Cracks warriors. Together, they saved many lives that day. The pirates were defeated because of their teamwork. After that day, things changed on Space Station 7. Other Cracks warriors started coming to Jenny's shop, not just for repairs but to talk and make friends. They gave her a special name, Little Warrior. It was a big honor because no human had ever gotten a Cracks name before. Other humans saw how well Jenny got along with the Cracks and started being less afraid. Soon, more humans and Cracks became friends. Jenny's shop became a place where both species could meet and talk. She showed everyone that being different sizes or looking different didn't matter when it came to friendship. Years later, when new people came to Space Station 7, they were surprised to see humans and Cracks working and laughing together. When they asked how this happened, everyone would tell them about Jenny and Rock, the first human and Cracks to become true friends. Their story showed that friendship could break down any wall, even between a small human and a giant alien warrior. One morning, Jenny got a special message from Rock. The Cracks High Council, the most important leaders of his people, were coming to Space Station 7. They had heard about the human who befriended their warriors and wanted to meet her. Jenny felt nervous. No human had ever met the High Council before. When the council arrived, they were even bigger than normal Cracks warriors. They wore shiny gold battle suits and had many medals showing their honor. The station's halls seemed small with these giant aliens walking through them. Everyone watched as they headed straight to Jenny's small repair shop. Jenny stood tall next to Rock as the council members entered her shop. They had to bend down to fit through the door. The head council member, Master Kraz, looked down at Jenny with his big yellow eyes. But Jenny didn't look away. She bowed in the proper Cracks way that Rock had taught her. Master Kraz spoke in a deep voice that made the tools on Jenny's workbench shake. He said that the Cracks people had never trusted humans before. They thought humans were too weak and small to be true friends. But Jenny had shown them they were wrong. Her courage and friendship with Rock had changed how the Cracks saw humans. The council had a surprise for Jenny. They wanted to make her shop the official repair center for all Cracks battle suits in this part of space. They would send her special tools and teach her secret Cracks repair techniques that no other human knew. But more importantly, they wanted her to teach other humans and cracks how to work together. Jenny couldn't believe it. Her small shop would become a school where humans could learn about cracks technology, and cracks warriors could learn to trust humans. Rock stood proudly beside her as she accepted the council's offer. His friend was making history. The council's visit changed everything. Soon, Jenny's shop was full of both human and crack students. The humans learned how to fix the complex battle suits, while the cracks learned that sometimes small human hands could reach places their big fingers couldn't. Together, they made better repairs than either species could do alone. Jenny and Rock became teachers. They showed their students that the best teams were made of people with different skills and sizes. The humans brought new ideas and clever solutions, while the cracks shared their strength and ancient knowledge. Their students learned not just about fixing battle suits, but about understanding each other. Word spread across space about the special shop where humans and cracks worked together. Other space stations wanted to copy what Jenny had started. Soon, there were repair shops like hers on many stations. Each one became a place where humans and cracks could become friends and learn from each other. Years later, seeing humans and cracks working together became normal. Young cracks warriors would ask their elders how this friendship began. The elders would tell them about Jenny, the small human who was brave enough to smile at a giant warrior, and Rock, the warrior who learned that true friendship comes in all sizes. Their story showed that sometimes the bravest thing you can do is be kind to someone different from you. 5 years after Jenny's shop became the official training center, a big problem came to Space Station 7. A new group of aliens called the Void Runners discovered that Cracks' battle suits had a secret weakness. These aliens were smart but not friendly. They wanted to use this weakness to hurt the Cracks warriors. The Void Runners sent spies to different space stations, looking for ways to attack the Cracks. They were jealous of how strong the friendship between humans and Cracks had become. When they came to Space Station 7, they pretended to be normal traders. But Jenny noticed something strange about them. These new aliens asked too many questions about battle suits. They wanted to know how the suits worked, but not how to fix them. Jenny told Rock about her worries. Together, they watched the Void Runners carefully. Rock trusted Jenny's feelings. She had good instincts about people. One night, Jenny's shop alarm went off. Someone was trying to break in. Jenny called Rock right away. When they got to the shop, they found 3 Void Runners trying to steal the secret Cracks repair books. But Jenny had been smart. She kept all the real secrets locked in her mind, not in books. The Void Runners were angry when they realized the books wouldn't help them. They tried to capture Jenny, thinking they could force her to tell them the Cracks' secrets. But they didn't know about the special alarm system Jenny and Rock had made. When the Void Runners moved toward Jenny, dozens of Cracks warriors appeared from hidden places in the shop. It turned out that Jenny and Rock had planned for something like this. They knew their friendship and work were special, so they had to protect it. The Cracks warriors quickly caught the Void Runners. But instead of punishing them harshly, Jenny had a different idea. Jenny suggested that the Void Runners should learn about friendship instead of stealing and fighting. She offered to teach them about working together, just like she had taught so many others. The Cracks Council agreed to give them a chance, but only if they promised to change their ways. To everyone's surprise, the Void Runners agreed. They had never seen different species work together like this before. Watching Jenny, a small human, work so well with the giant Cracks warriors made them realize they were wrong about needing to fight everyone. Some of the Void Runners became students in Jenny's shop. They learned that sharing knowledge and being friends was better than stealing and fighting. Their ships were good at moving through space quickly, and soon they started helping transport repair supplies between different space stations. As Jenny watched her newest students learn, Rock stood beside her like always. They had come so far from the day when a brave human smiled at a giant warrior. Their friendship had not only changed their own lives, but had made the whole galaxy a better place. It showed that being different wasn't a weakness. It was a strength that could bring people together and make impossible things possible. 10 years had passed since Jenny first opened her repair shop. She was no longer young, and small gray streaks showed in her dark hair. Rock, too, had grown older, his scales showing the lighter colors of an elder Cracks warrior. But their friendship was stronger than ever, and their school had become famous across the galaxy. One day, a strange message arrived at the space station. A new species called the Star Weavers had been watching them from far away. These aliens were different from any others. They didn't have solid bodies, but were made of light and energy. They had never talked to humans or Cracks before because they thought physical beings couldn't understand them. But the Star Weavers had seen how Jenny and Rock's friendship had changed things. They saw humans and Cracks working together, and even the Void Runners becoming peaceful. This made them think that maybe physical beings could understand different types of life after all. They wanted to meet Jenny and Rock. When the Star Weavers arrived at Space Station 7, everyone was amazed. They looked like floating stars, glowing with beautiful colors. They couldn't touch things like humans and Cracks could, but they could share their thoughts by making pictures in the air with their light. The Star Weavers had a problem. Their home stars were getting old and cold. They needed help finding new places to live, but they were afraid other species wouldn't welcome them. They had watched Jenny's shop become a place where everyone was welcome, no matter how different they were. They hoped she and Rock could help them too. Jenny and Rock called a big meeting. They invited humans, Cracks warriors, Void Runners, and other aliens from the station. Together, they listened to the Star Weaver's story. Jenny remembered how scared she had been when she first met the Cracks, and how friendship had changed everything. She knew they could help these new aliens too. The Void Runners, who were good at traveling through space, offered to help the Star Weavers find young, healthy stars to live near. The Cracks warriors promised to protect these stars with their battle suits. Humans offered to build special stations near the stars where physical beings could meet and talk with the Star Weavers. Jenny watched as everyone worked together to help their new friends. She smiled at Rock, remembering how one small repair shop had started all of this. The Star Weavers were so happy that they taught everyone how to send messages using light, which made talking between stars much faster than before. To thank Jenny and Rock, the Star Weavers did something special. They used their light to take a picture of everyone who had become friends because of Jenny's shop. The picture showed hundreds of beings, humans, Cracks, Void Runners, and Star Weavers, all together. They turned this picture into a glowing star map that hung in the shop. Jenny looked at the star map every day. It reminded her that friendship was like the stars. It could light up the darkest places and help guide others to a better way of living. She and Rock had done more than fix battle suits. They had helped fix the parts of people that were broken by fear and mistrust, one friendship at a time. As Jenny got older, she started thinking about who would run her shop after her. She had taught many students over the years, but she needed someone special to continue her work. Someone who understood that the shop was more than just a place to fix battle suits. It was a place where friendships changed lives. One day, a young human girl named Maya came to the shop. She was only 12 years old, but her eyes lit up with excitement when she saw the Cracks warriors and their battle suits. Instead of being scared, she asked if she could learn how they worked. She reminded Jenny of herself when she was younger. Maya started coming to the shop after school. She wasn't much bigger than Jenny's toolbox, but she worked hard. The Cracks warriors liked her because she asked clever questions and wasn't afraid to try new things. Rock noticed how Jenny smiled when she watched Maya learn. He knew his old friend had found someone to carry on their work. But before Jenny could start training Maya properly, something big happened. Scientists discovered that a group of stars was moving through space, heading straight for some of the Star Weavers' new homes. These stars were very hot and dangerous. The Star Weavers would have to move again, but this time they needed to move much faster. Jenny was too old now to travel in space, but she had an idea. She asked Maya to look at the problem with fresh eyes. The young girl spent days studying the star map in the shop, watching how the light moved. Then she had an idea that no one had thought of before. Maya suggested that the Cracks battle suits could be changed to carry special light containers. The Star Weavers could travel inside these containers, carried by the Cracks warriors on fast ships. The Void Runners would guide them through space, finding the quickest paths to safe stars. It was dangerous work, but everyone wanted to help. Jenny helped Maya design the light containers, teaching her everything she knew about Cracks technology. Rock taught her about Cracks honor and how to earn the warriors' trust. Together, they watched as their student grew into a leader, bringing everyone together to save their Star Weaver friends. The rescue mission worked perfectly. The Star Weavers were safely moved to their new homes, traveling faster than ever before. When they returned, the Cracks Council did something surprising. They gave Maya the same title they had given Jenny years ago, Little Warrior. She was the second human ever to receive this honor. Jenny knew then that it was time. In front of everyone at the shop, she announced that Maya would be her successor. The young girl would learn everything about running the shop and teaching others. Rock promised to stay and help Maya, just as he had helped Jenny all those years ago. As Jenny watched Maya work with her first students, she felt happy. The shop would continue to be a place where size didn't matter, where different species became friends, and where impossible things became possible. She and Rock had started something that would last long after they were gone, carried forward by a new generation who believed in the power of friendship. 5 years passed, and Maya had grown into a skilled teacher. She ran the shop just like Jenny had taught her, making everyone feel welcome. But she noticed that Jenny was getting tired more easily. The old human spent most days sitting in her special chair, watching the students work with a proud smile. One morning, Jenny didn't come to the shop. Rock went to check on her and found her sick in bed. The doctor said she needed special medicine that could only be found on a faraway planet called Blue Haven. The journey there would take 2 months, and the planet was surrounded by dangerous storms. When the Star Weavers heard about Jenny's sickness, they shared an old secret. They could use their light powers to guide ships safely through storms. The Void Runners offered their fastest ships for the journey. The Cracks warriors, led by Rock, volunteered to protect the mission. Maya would go too, to help fix any problems with the ships or battle suits. Before they left, Jenny gave Maya her old toolbox, the same one she had used when she first started fixing battle suits. Inside was a special note that said, "Sometimes the bravest thing is to ask for help from your friends." Maya promised to bring back the medicine and make Jenny proud. The journey was hard. The storms around Blue Haven were bigger than anyone had seen before, but the Star Weavers used their light to show the safe paths between the storm clouds. The Void Runners flew their ships perfectly through the gaps. When parts of the ships broke in the storms, Maya fixed them just like Jenny had taught her. On Blue Haven, they found something surprising. The planet was home to a group of aliens who looked like living crystals. These crystal people were scared of visitors and never shared their medicine. But when they heard about Jenny, about how she had taught so many different species to be friends, they changed their minds. The crystal people not only gave them the medicine, but also taught them how to make more of it. They said Jenny's story had shown them that helping others was more important than staying hidden. They even asked if they could send some of their young ones to learn at Jenny's shop. When Maya and the others returned to Space Station 7, they found Jenny waiting in her chair at the shop. She looked weak, but her eyes were bright as she listened to their stories about the journey. The medicine from the crystal people made her feel better quickly. Soon she was back to telling stories to the students, now including young crystal people who sparkled in the shop's lights. Jenny's sickness had brought everyone together in a new way. The crystal people's medicine helped other sick beings on the station too. Maya had proven she could lead just as well as Jenny had, and even the shyest species were learning to trust each other. One day, Jenny sat with Rock and Maya, watching all their students working together: humans, Cracks, Void Runners, Star Weavers, and Crystal People. She remembered that long ago day when she first smiled at a giant warrior. That one small brave act had grown into something bigger than she had ever dreamed, and now it would keep growing through Maya and all the students yet to come. The Crystal People's young ones brought something new to Jenny's shop. They could use their crystal bodies to make special tools that never broke. These tools sparkled with different colors when they touched broken parts, showing exactly what was wrong. This made fixing battle suits much easier. But the Crystal People had a problem of their own. Their home planet, Blue Haven, was getting too crowded. They needed to find new places to live where crystals could grow. The Star Weavers suggested looking near their stars, but the light from these stars was too bright for the Crystal People. Maya remembered something Jenny had taught her. Every problem was a chance to make new friends. She asked the Cracks warriors to share their knowledge about building strong homes. The Void Runners knew about finding good places in space. The Star Weavers could control their light to make it softer. If everyone worked together, they could help the Crystal People find new homes. They decided to build special space stations made just for crystal growth. The Cracks used their battle suits to move big pieces of metal and rock. The Crystal People taught everyone how their crystals grew best in dark, quiet places. The Star Weavers made gentle light that helped the crystals grow but wasn't too bright. Jenny watched all this from her chair in the shop, getting better each day thanks to the Crystal People's medicine. She saw how Maya handled everything perfectly, just like she had hoped. The young human had learned the most important lesson. Being a leader meant helping others work together. The first crystal station was finished after 3 months of hard work. It was beautiful, with special dark rooms for crystal growing and bright spaces where all species could meet. The Crystal People were so happy that they made a special gift. A giant crystal in the middle of the station that changed colors to match the feelings of anyone who touched it. When the crystal was brought to Jenny's shop, something magical happened. As each species touched it, it showed different colors. Deep blue for the Cracks' honor, silver for the Void Runner's speed, rainbow lights for the Star Weavers, and clear sparkling for the Crystal People. When Jenny touched it, it glowed with all these colors at once. Rock said this crystal showed what Jenny had created, a place where all species' strengths came together. Maya suggested they call it the Friendship Crystal, and everyone agreed. They put it in the front of the shop where it would remind everyone that working together made them stronger. More crystal stations were built near different stars. Each one had its own friendship crystal, and each one became a new place where species could meet and become friends. Jenny's little repair shop had grown into something that spread across space itself. One quiet evening, Jenny sat with Rock and Maya, watching the friendship crystal glow as students from all species worked together in the shop. She thought about how far they had come from that first day when a small human smiled at a big warrior. Their story would keep growing. She knew, spreading like starlight through space, showing everyone that the bravest thing you could do was reach out and make a new friend. News of the friendship crystals spread across space. Soon, a new kind of visitor came to Jenny's shop, the Dream Dancers. These aliens looked like soft clouds that changed shape as they moved. They had been watching everyone work together from far away, and the beautiful colors of the friendship crystals had called to them. The Dream Dancers had a special power. They could share dreams with others while they slept. But they were lonely because most species were afraid to share their dreams. When they saw how Jenny's shop had brought so many different aliens together, they hoped they could find friends there too. Maya welcomed the Dream Dancers just like Jenny had taught her. She wasn't afraid when one of them floated near her at night and shared a dream about flying through space. The dream was so beautiful that Maya asked if the Dream Dancers could share their dreams with other species too. Jenny had an idea. The Crystal People could make special crystal beds where people could sleep safely while sharing dreams with the Dream Dancers. The Star Weavers could use their light to make the dreams easier to remember. Even the Cracks warriors were excited to try it, especially after Rock shared a dream about flying through space with no battle suit. They built a special dream room in the shop with crystal beds that glowed softly. The Dream Dancers taught everyone how to share good dreams and keep away bad ones. Soon, Species that could never understand each other before were sharing their hopes and feelings through dreams. The Void Runners shared dreams about racing through space. The Crystal People shared dreams full of rainbow colors. The Star Weavers shared dreams about dancing with light. Even the youngest students started having dreams about fixing battle suits and making new friends. One night, the Dream Dancers gave Jenny a special gift. They helped her share a dream with everyone in the shop. A dream about that first day when she smiled at Rock. Everyone felt what she had felt. Not fear, but hope and friendship. The dream showed them that being brave didn't mean not being scared. It meant being kind even when you were scared. The dream room became as important as the repair areas in the shop. Species who were having trouble understanding each other could share dreams to see how others felt. The Dream Dancers taught Maya how to help guide these dream meetings, making the shop an even better place for learning about friendship. Rock noticed that Jenny seemed younger in the dream room. Her eyes sparkled like they used to when she first opened the shop. The Dream Dancers said it was because dreams showed what was in your heart, not just what your body looked like. In her dreams, Jenny was still the brave young human who had changed so many lives. As Jenny watched the dream room fill with students each night, she smiled at Maya and Rock. Their little repair shop had become more than just a place to fix things. It was a place where different species could share their hopes and dreams. The Dream Dancers had shown them that true friendship wasn't just about working together during the day. It was about sharing your dreams and understanding each other's hearts. 20 years had passed since Jenny first opened her shop. Now she was very old, with white hair and gentle wrinkles around her smiling eyes. But her shop had grown into something amazing, a place where 7 different species worked together, shared dreams, and built friendships that changed the galaxy. One day, Jenny felt very tired. She asked Maya, Rock, and all her friends to gather in the dream room. The Dream Dancers floated nearby, their cloudy forms moving softly. The friendship crystal glowed with all the colors of their different species. Jenny knew it was time to say goodbye. But before she did, she wanted to share one last dream with everyone. The Dream Dancers helped her show them all something special, not just one memory, but 20 years of memories all flowing together. They saw the first smile between a small human and a giant warrior. They felt the trust growing between different species. They saw the Void Runners learning to help instead of hurt. They watched the Star Weavers bringing their beautiful light to everyone. They felt the Crystal People's joy at finding new homes. They shared the Dream Dancers' happiness at finally finding friends who would share dreams with them. In the dream, they also saw things that hadn't happened yet. They saw Maya teaching new students, her own hair starting to show gray. They saw more shops opening on distant space stations. They saw young aliens of all species learning to work together, just like Jenny had taught them. When the dream ended, Jenny spoke softly. She said that fixing things wasn't just about tools and machines. It was about fixing the broken parts between people, the fear and mistrust that kept them apart. She had started with just a smile and a willing heart, and that had been enough to change everything. Rock, now an old warrior himself, held his friend's small hand. The friendship crystal glowed brighter than ever before, showing all their feelings of love and gratitude. The Star Weavers filled the room with gentle, comforting light. The Crystal People's crystals chimed softly. The Dream Dancers wrapped everyone in a warm, peaceful feeling. Jenny looked at Maya, who was crying quietly. She told her former student that the shop wasn't just a place, it was an idea. An idea that being different wasn't something to fear, but something to celebrate. That friendship could bridge any gap, heal any hurt, and build something beautiful from many different parts. As Jenny closed her eyes for the last time, something magical happened. The friendship crystal suddenly spread its light throughout the whole station. In that moment, everyone who had ever learned from Jenny, ever fixed something in her shop, or ever made a friend there felt connected. They all shared the same dream, a dream of a brave human who taught the galaxy how to be friends. Years later, people still tell stories about Jenny's shop. about how one small human's kindness changed everything, about how a repair shop became a place where dreams came true. But most importantly, they tell the story of how the bravest thing you can do is smile at someone different from you and offer them your friendship, because you never know how that one small brave act might change the whole galaxy.